there. Today we're going to do a quick yoga for athletes class. I've been teaching a lot of yoga for athletes around the Denver area, but I thought maybe that if you weren't in Denver, you'd still like to practice with me. This yoga for athletes class is any sport, so cycling, running, biking, swimming. There's a lot of hikers here in Denver, and so we're going to focus a lot on the hips and hamstrings, just creating a little bit of space, a little bit of release through the low back. So it's going to be quick. You can do it a couple times in a row, or a quick 20 minutes will get you through. Okay, we'll meet standing at the top of your mat. So start by bringing the hands to heart center and just bow the head for a moment, chin to chest. Roll the shoulders back. Give yourself just a few moments to settle into the space. Standing strong in the legs, lift the low belly towards that spine to create a little space in the low back. Good. And eyes are closed down. Just take a couple deep breaths. We're going to start the cadence of the breath. Inhalations through the nose. And exhalations through the nose. And just take one more cycle. And then lift the chin, flutter the eyes open. Reach the arms all the way up. The right hand is going to grab the left wrist, and you're just going to come up and over just a bit. Left shoulder rolls back slightly. Good. Creating a little bit of space in the side bodies. Take another inhale. Exhale, come back to center, switch it out. Inhale, find the length first, and exhale up and over. And slowly inhale, come back to center, and exhale, hands through heart center to forward fold. Now on this first forward fold, I want you to take your feet about hip distance apart, and I want you to bend your knees. Bend your knees so much that the head is just going to hang. The low back releases here, and then the hamstrings release with the bend in the knees. Give yourself just a moment to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And then keep those knees slightly bent. On the inhale, come to a halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, bow the body, drop the head. And again, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bow the body, drop the head. On this last time, I want you to inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Now keep the flat back, bend the knees till your hands touch the ground, and slide back, plank pose. Okay. So we're going to start to build just a little bit of heat in the shoulders. But I also want you to scoop the low belly and draw back through those heels so the legs wake up. Good. Stay for one breath here. Neck is long. Good. I'm going to have you drop that left knee and come over for a modified Vashisthasana. Left hand takes center stage. Right leg goes straight. Inhale, come up and over. So just creating a little bit more space in the side bodies. Take an inhale. And exhale, right hand comes down. You're just going to switch it out. Right hand takes center stage. Right knee down. Inhale, left leg back. Reach that arm up. So a little bit of space in the side bodies, keeping that left shoulder blade drawing down. Good. Stay for the breath here. And then exhale, come back, plank pose. Take an inhale at the top of that plank. Good. Shift your weight forward and exhale, come all the way down. So we're going to take cobra pose on our suction cups, our little fingertips today. Tops of the feet pressed down. Inhale as you roll up. And exhale to release. Again, roll the shoulders back. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Inhale, maybe pausing at the top. Make sure the shoulders draw down the back. The neck is free. Take an inhale. Exhale, coming down. Hands underneath those floating ribs. Curl those toes. Inhale, plank. Exhale, first downward facing dog. So I want you to take a moment in this first downward facing dog. You can bend the knees. You can sway the hips. What I want you to think about, for most of the athletes, the low back is tight. So a bend in the knees, right, tilting the tailbone up to the sky, is going to give your low back a little bit more of a release than straight legs. And drop your head, release your neck. Just stay for one breath here. We'll tweak that down dog as we go. I want you to bring those big toes to touch. I want you to inhale, look to where you're going. Take a little rise, take a little bend, come to the top of the mat. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, bow the body, drop the brain. Inhale, root to rise. Stand all the way up. Good. Right hand's going to grab that left wrist. You're coming up and over again. And inhale, come back to center, switch your wrists. And exhale to the left. Inhale, come back up, big breath. Exhale through heart center, forward fold. Put that bend in your knees. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. This time, step plank pose. So again, strong in the shoulders, lift the low belly. Draw that tailbone back towards your heels. Good. Stay for a breath here. Shift the weight forward. You can drop your knees if you need to, otherwise all the way down to the belly for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, 3 rounds. Inhale to take it up, and exhale to float it down. Again, inhale, shoulders back, neck long. Exhale to float it down. One more, here we go. Inhale, and exhale. Hands underneath the floating ribs, curl the toes. Inhale, plank, and downward facing dog. Give it a moment here. Check out those hands. Now for most of the athletes, the shoulders are really tight. So if the left hand needs to go out a bit to the left and the right hand needs to go out a bit to the right, it's an option to kind of release the shoulder blades down the back, free that space up in the neck. Your knees can still be bent, the tailbone's reaching high up. Good. So down dog is going to look different for everybody. Generally speaking, tight low back for athletes, tight shoulders for athletes. Okay, bring those big toes to touch. Look up to where you're going. Take a little rise, take a little bend, top of that mat. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow that body. Good. Inhale, root to rise. Take it all the way up. Last time, right hand grabs that left wrist. Come up and over. And inhale, come back, switch it out. And exhale, up and over. And inhale, come up. And exhale through heart center, forward fold. Keep those knees bent. This time, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. You're going to step back with your right foot and drop your right knee. Good. Bring your hands to your thighs and come up nice and tall. All right, so what we're going to try to do here is create a little bit of space in the hip flexor psoas. What I need you to do first is engage those hips. Right? Engage the left hip back and the right hip forward, like think scissor. And then lift the low belly and then find the stretch. Good. Now you're going to feel a little bit in the right hip flexor, right psoas. Keep the heart lifted, keep the shoulders back. Take a big breath here, and then on the exhale, we're going Ardha Hanuman. So I'm going to take my hands down. You can use blocks if you can't get to the ground, and straighten your left leg. Now my left toes flex back towards my face, and I want to inhale, think a little length here, and then exhale as I bow right into my left knee. Good. And taking just a couple breaths, breathing into the back of that left leg, left toes are flexed back. Stay for the breath here. And exhale, start to walk it up. Curl the back toes, lift that back knee, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. You can keep the knees bent. Exhale, left leg steps back, left knee down. All right, hands to your thighs. We're going to check it out on the other side. Okay. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Scoop the low belly, and then find the stretch. Okay. So as hip flexors fire, they fire all the time. They fire when we're all right, any seated position, standing position, every time we take a step, they fire. So we just need to release a little bit of that tension from the front pelvis. Good. Keep the heart lifted and take an inhale. And exhale, hands down, Ardha Hanuman, push it back. Right toes flex back. Right hamstring gets a good stretch out. Now I'm trying to maintain a little bit of length in my spine. I'm trying not to round my upper back here. So if you have to pull back a little bit and not go so far deep down towards that right knee, then do so. Take a big breath. Exhale, start to walk it back up, curl the back toes, lift the back knee, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, bow the body, drop the head. Good. This time I'm going to heel toe your feet all the way out. Heels are in, toes are out. We're going to take some dynamic movements, coming down into our squat, and then exhale, lift to straighten. And then down into the squat, and then exhale, lift to straighten. So sometimes when we're working to create a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more suppleness into the muscles, dynamic movement is nice. It's a little nicer for your hips than static hold sometimes. You do that, sometimes you guys do that a lot in your sports already. So just dynamic movement here. Okay, let's take one more. And then after that dynamic movement, see if we can find a stillness. Now check it out. Your heels eventually will make their way down. If that is not feeling awesome for you, I want you to lift your heels up off the mat. So you still are getting this openness in the hips, especially in the outer hips, and heels down to the mat will come over time, but if that's not there for you today, that's okay. You can bring your hands to your heart. If you have blocks and you would rather take your hands to your blocks, you can. Good. Stay here for just a couple breaths, whatever variation works for you. Right, I'm trying to create a little space across my collarbones while I'm at it. Good. So take an inhale, fill up, and exhale, hands down, legs straight. Ooh, heel toe all the way back to touch. And inhale, find your length. You can bend your knees. This time, right leg's going back. Right knee is coming down again. Okay, slowly come up. So this time what I want to do is I want to stack my right hip right over my right knee. So I'm going to have to pull my left foot back in order to get there. Okay? Inhale, reach those arms up. Good. Now the right hand is going to stay, the left hand is going to drop, and I'm going to come up and over, creating a little bit more space in my right side body. Good. Your hand can float, your hand can come to your hip. Good. So a lot of our sports are forward oriented. And to create a little space in the side bodies, it feels nice. It's not what our body is always used to. So to balance everything out, take another breath. And then exhale, hands down. Curl the back toes. Lift the back knee. Step to the top. We have one more side. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Keep the flat back. Step the left foot back. And drop that left knee. All right, here we go, other side. Left hip stacks right over the left knee. Right ankle right under that right knee. Lift your heart space. Inhale, big stretch up. Exhale, over to your right. Again, I'm still pulling my right hip back, left hip forward. So that little bit of scissoring action is there. Finding all the space in the left side body for 2. Breathing into all the little space between the rib cage. 1 more. And exhale, hands down. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, step it up. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bow the body, drop it. Good. This time, take your feet hip distance apart. Lift your heels and bend your knees. Okay. So I like to throw a little arm balance in for my athletes. 1, because it's fun. 2, because I love it. And 3, because it just kind of breaks up the stretching. It just gives you a few moments to play. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to work into crow pose. We did this just the other day in class with my athletes. I want you to lift your heels up so that your knees go really high on your triceps. So high as if you were going to put them into your armpit there, and then look out in front of you. I want you to lift your low belly, round your upper back, and you're going to just transfer the weight from your feet into your hands. And then if this is new to you, you're just going to take it back, try it again. Okay? So just work a couple rounds back and forth, just learning how to shift the weight if this is new to you. If this is not new to you, you're going to shift the weight forward. 1 foot comes up, maybe the other comes up. Scoop the low belly, round the upper back. We're here 3. Keep breathing. 2. Feet down, legs straight, forward fold. Ooh, nice work. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Good. Exhale, plank pose. If you have a chaturanga, you can take it. If not, you're just going to go all the way to the ground for those cobras. If you have an upward facing dog, you can take it. If not, it's cobra. And exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. So take a breath here. We're going to work to create a little bit of space underneath of us just for this last little sequence here for a twist. I want you to inhale your right leg high to the sky. And exhale, hug the knee to the nose, round the upper back. Create all that space underneath of you. Inhale, take it back up. And exhale, this time, pull all the way through for crescent. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, rise up. Ooh, okay. So you have arrived. Right hip back, left hip forward. Scoop that low belly. Find that kneecaps going straight forward to track over that right ankle. I want you to stay for the breath in. You're going to exhale, take your hands out in front of you. Plug your shoulder heads back. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to twist. My right arm's going to reach all the way back, like I was pulling back a bow and arrow. Okay? Right hip plugs into the midline. Reach through the fingers like you mean it. So twisting is just going to release the low back a little bit. Make sure that that right knee is tracking over that ankle or as close as it's going to get. Good. Stay for the breath in. Reach through the fingertips. Next inhale, crescent lunge. And next exhale, hands down. Let's step it back, downward facing dog. One more side. Here we go. Left leg, big breath, big lift. Exhale, hug the knee to nose, round it out. Inhale, send it up and back. Exhale, pulls you through, crescent lunge. Good. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach those arms up. So take a moment to set. Your feet are hip distance. Try not to make them in the same tightrope. We lose a little bit of balance that way. Right? If they're about hip distance apart, we have a little bit more stability. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands out in front of you. Plug the shoulders back. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist. Now this left hand is coming back for the bow and arrow. Right? Left hip hugs into the midline. Heart is lifting. Hands are reaching. Good. Stay for the breath here. I want you to think about the left side of the rib cage reaching back behind you. One more breath here. Next inhale, crescent. Next exhale, downward facing dog. Step it on back. Ooh. So take a breath, downward facing dog, last one of the video. And then I just want you to walk those feet up. I want you to cross those ankles and find your bum. All right. We're going to take those feet together. Now check it out, Baddha Konasana. The closer my heels are, the more intense this is for my outer hip. Most of my athletes are really tight in the outer hip, so it feels better if you just take those feet a little bit away from you, okay? So inhale, you can grab your shoes, your toes, whatever you got a hold of. Find a little length inhale. And then exhale, you're coming over with a flat back until your body says stop, and then you're gonna round your upper back and drop your head. So for some of us, we can come all the way down. For some of us, we'll only get a few inches. But I just want you to really focus on the outer hip here. Right? And without forcefulness, those knees have a heaviness about them that's going to track them a little bit closer down to the ground. Stay for one more breath in. And exhale nice and slow coming up. Good. Helping those knees in towards one another. Okay. So check it out. Last pose, Paschimottanasana. For my athletes, they're a little bit tight in the hips. So what I recommend is taking this mat, rolling it up a bit, and then sitting on the very edge of the mat here, or a blanket or a block. Reach those feet out. So what it's going to do is it's going to help me lift my spine up out of my hips here. It's going to create a little bit of a tilt in the pelvis so that as I forward fold, I can just continue the tilt all the way over. So inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, come up and over with a flat back until your body says stop. And then you can land at your shins, you can land at your ankles, whatever works for you. But I want you to think about that wheel, right? This continuous pelvic wheel that's lifting the spine up out of the hips, lifting the spine up out of the hips, so that the toes flex back, and that way the hamstrings really get a good stretch here. Good. Stay for one more breath. Face is soft, nice easy breath. And nice and slow coming out. All right. So there you have it. Just a little quick warm up, a little yoga for athletes. If you have any questions, let me know. You can write it in the comments. Otherwise, we will see you on the next video. Have a great day, guys.